Hello. What's up? What's good, guys? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are. Hello, how are you doing? I feel like I'm really close, but you guys can take in all of this. Yeah. So let us get cracking. Before we get cracking, I just wanted to say a very big thank you to my new subscribers and everyone that's been showing me love. Thank you. And yeah, let's get into it. So today's video is a little bit different. It's not a pregnancy video. It's relationship, and from the title you can probably guess what it's going to be about. But I wanted to talk to you about my top things that you should never ever 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 do when you are married or when you are in a serious committed relationship. Just don't do it. Save yourself the trouble, save yourself the stress. My camera is way too close for me. Hold on. Let's move it a little bit back. A little bit back. A little bit down. That's it. And please ignore any noises that you can hear in the background. But yeah, let's get into it. Number one, never compare your partner to anybody else. Do not be that person that's like, oh, but Tyrese does this and that. Oh, but John does this and that. Oh, but Rebecca dresses like this. Oh, but just don't do it. Don't catch yourself doing it. It doesn't make anybody feel cool. It doesn't make anybody feel good. Like, you might be trying to help, you might be trying to describe something, you might be innocent in all of it, but you're gonna make your partner feel horrible. And I'm sure you would feel horrible if somebody did that to you. So just don't compare. It's better if you describe the traits. Say, for example, you're trying to describe patience. Just say patience. Just describe patience. Don't be like, oh, but John is so patient. It's unnecessary. Do you know what I mean? So that's my first thing. My second thing is, don't keep history, and don't use history as a weapon against your partner. So by that I mean, say Bay has done something in the past. Say Bay, left a cup where, you've asked him or her loads of times not to leave a cup there. And then 2 years down the line you're like, oh, and I remember that day that you left the cup there, and I remember that day that you said this, and I remember that day that you did this and you did that. Don't use history as a weapon, especially if you know your partner's intention is not to hurt you, it is not malicious. Then why are you bringing up the past, and why are you using that as a weapon? Yeah. So it's better to make the issue and keep the issue with the issue than to bring in other past mistakes and use that to support your argument. Just don't do it. My next thing that you should never do is to curse. My hand's probably dry. Is to curse, and by that I mean curse the person. You need to completely remove any foul words from your dictionary when you are relating with somebody. So never say you stupid, or you idiot, or you effing this, or you effing that. Just remove it from your dictionary. It makes the situation more personal, like you're saying the fault is with the person rather than with the issue. Hope that makes sense. Number 4 is stop oversharing. and stop bringing in this one's a big one. Stop oversharing. You don't need to tell your friends and your family every single detail, every single positive thing and every single negative thing, especially arguments. You don't need to tell anybody that much detail. Then you don't need to bring in any third parties. So please do not be that person that says, oh, I asked his best friend to talk to him, or I asked his dad to talk to him, or I asked her mum to talk to her, or her sister to talk to her. Like, don't be that. Don't do that. Just don't. It's annoying. Like, no one likes that. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like this one's a really big and important one, because when you tell your friends and family stuff, or when you tell people stuff, they hold on to that thing. That's how they would remember your partner, and that's how they would remember your relationship. So even when things get better between the both of you, they're gonna hold on to the time that you told them that, oh, you know, John did this and John did that, and John called me out of my name, or John, you know, compared me to Rebecca, whatever it is, you know. They would hold on to that, and that would taint their image of Bay. That would taint their image of Bay, and it's just not good. Like, especially if it's, you know, most times when you have an argument, when you're fighting with somebody, in that moment it seems like the biggest thing ever. And then when that moment is over, it's kind of like, yes, it wasn't that deep. But yet you've gone and you've spread it to your friends, to your family. You've shared that news to your in-laws as well. And yeah, they would hold on to it. They would remember it. That's not cute. It's not cool. Number 5 is don't keep secrets. And people be like, what? No, seriously, don't keep secrets. There are some things that you might not want to share. However, I don't know how to explain this one. Okay, cool. Let me say it this way. If you know you're purposely hiding some information or something from your partner, then it's a secret. And if you know that your partner is going to be upset, if you know your partner is going to be upset to hear that thing, that's why you're not telling them, then it's a secret. Does that make sense? However, if you know it's Bay's birthday and you're trying to plan something nice, so you don't want to say anything right now, that's fine. That's not really a secret. You're just planning a surprise. But secrets are stuff that can possibly be detrimental to your relationship, possibly, you know, upset the other person, and so on. Just don't do it. Let everything communicate. If you have any desires, communicate that with your spouse. If there's anything that's troubling you, communicate that with your spouse. There shouldn't be anything that you can't talk about. And that would lead me on to my next one. My next one is not communicating. By that I mean not being able to freely express yourself to your partner without them without them catching feelings or whatever. Sorry, I just went blank. Without them catching feelings. So say, for example, there's something that you really need to say. It's not a secret. It's not like some big news, but it's just the fact that you want to be able to talk to them. Do not stop communicating. And then my next one is never give silent treatment. Even if things are horrible, do not ignore your best friend. Do not ignore the love of your life. Do not ignore your partner. Do not ignore, like, obviously, like, there was once a day that you lot were like, oh yeah, everything's cool, everything's rosy, everything's nice and stuff like that. He's the love of my life and he makes me blush and he makes me this and she makes me this and this and this and this beautiful things. And then when you fight or when you argue, you ignore them and you give them silent treatment, and then they're trying to chat to you and you're giving them silent treatment. Don't do that. That's mean. That's horrible. The next one is, do not stop dating each other. They say when you get married, when you settle down and stuff, things become serious and stuff. But please do not stop dating each other. Do not stop doing like special surprises. Do not stop doing date nights. Do not stop dressing nice for him. Fellas, do not stop smelling nice for her. I don't know, whatever is attractive to you guys. Do not stop doing that for each other. Do not stop putting your all into making him dinner, if that's what you guys used to do when you were dating each other. Don't just let things stop just because you're married. No, that's the time to really, really enjoy each other's company, to really express your love for each other, to really dress nice for you. That's when you should be dressing nice for your husband. That's when you should be looking good for your wife. Don't stop doing that, okay? And I don't know what accent that was, but yeah, you get me. Then my second to the last one is, do not place happiness on your partner, or do not place the responsibility of being happy on your partner. It is not my husband's job to make me happy. So that means even if we're having a bad day, if I can call it, not really a bad day, but even if there's a bit of elephant in the room, it's not his job to make me happy. I shouldn't be depressed or I shouldn't be sad because we don't see eye to eye on a certain topic. Does that make sense? So by putting happiness on somebody else, it means that it means that they determine when you can be happy. They determine the mood. They determine your emotional state, and that's not good. I think it's nice that your husband or your wife or your partner does things to make you happy. However, you've already found happiness either within yourself or whatever. You need to be able to know that you can be happy without them. That sounds harsh, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Then the last one, do not be visionless. So by that I mean that you guys as a couple should have a vision. You guys should have goals. You guys should have objectives. There's no point just saying, you know what, I like you, you like me, we'll get married and we'll keep on liking each other. No, it doesn't work that way. You guys have to have a vision that you're working towards. You guys have to have a vision that keeps you guys grounded and planted. It keeps you guys from straying. Yes, having a vision can keep you from straying. It can keep you from blocking out anything, like any unnecessary distractions. Having a vision would also encourage you guys, will also unify you guys, and I believe it also helps you guys bond as well, because you're both coming together to make movements. Does that make sense? So yeah, I'm not gonna go on and on and on. Literally just came to my mind and I was like, no, I have to share this with y'all. But yeah, you guys, if you think of anything that you're like, this should never happen in a relationship, leave your comments in the description. leave your comments in the comment section. I will be reading them. Let me know what you think. If there's anyone that I've touched on and you're like, oh, that one hits a spot, it's a bit, you know, touchy for you, you know, say something, you know. Yeah, let me know why. Let me know if you disagree with any. Let me know if you think it's okay to have secrets in a marriage. But yeah, but I will catch you guys in my next video. And if there's anything you want me to talk on, or my own experiences on a certain subject matter, let me know that as well. And take care and stay safe, guys. Take care. Bye bye.